I had learned with Divided by Sight, and if you need help with any writing tips or help refilling your creative well, you come to the right place, as I'm a blind author. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing writer's block.
Boo!
Right? Nobody wants to be interrupted by their current writing project by being stuck with not being inspired or just not knowing where to go with the story. So we're going to give you some tips and practices that we've tried to get over the dreaded writer's block. So if you're a returning guest, welcome back. And if you're new, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell icon for future videos and live streams. So the idea behind the video was requested by the YouTuber Moon Wilson, who had just changed her channel to a gaming channel. And she had noticed that through some of her posts back and forth that over the last 2 months, even during NaNoWriMo, that I hadn't been writing. And I guess like any author, you get discouraged and you think the next logical step would just be like throw in a towel, take a break from writing, come back to it when you're ready. But that was able to like push through it and like take a hammer and just break through it. You know.
Yeah.
Rawr!
See how we have a scroll of ideas to write? There ain't no time for breaks.
Right. I can't even explain it. It was like, so the end of October, we released Haunted Immortal Kiss, which is book 1 in the trilogy. So we were hyped, we were excited to write book 2, and that was the plan for NaNoWriMo and November, just to iron out what we were going to write and write the 0 draft or draft 1 of book 2.
Yeah, then we hit a head up. Man, that's what got you discouraged.
What's that?
Was the heads up with the book.
You know, it wasn't even that. I mean, that's a good thing to talk about is like, you see errors in your book and you want to correct it, but then you're like, I was at my top form in writing that project, and there's still mistakes. Should I continue? And yeah, I guess it is kind of like a soul-crushing, defeated hit that you don't know how to bounce back. And I mean, that's another way you can see this video is like, when you feel discouraged, how do you dust yourself off and keep going? Even rejection. Like, if you don't think people are liking your book, it's like, should I just give up as a writer or should I keep going?
I say that because when I was bringing the book down to stretch, which I must done for the audiobook, is when I noticed my mistakes, and you're like, I have no idea, but I'm like, no, it's our first book. It has to be perfect. I know that's my trade side coming out, but it's like, I don't do like mistakes. And I mean, it's only to learn for the future.
No, and it is good to have that high of a standard going forward, because I had told Nicole, I've seen many booktubers discuss books that they've read through indie authors where either the book wasn't finished or the book wasn't edited, but it's like, hey, look, it's on Amazon.
But I didn't want to be one of them.
So, how do you get past the defeating emotion, one would ask? So, there are a couple of different ways you can tackle this. One way is to try to write from it. Maybe if you're stuck on a particular scene or a character, put a little pen in it and like go to another scene in the book, or just trying to write any passages that you can put in the book later, just so that you keep writing. Another suggestion is to work on a new project, as Nicole described. We have a giant list of ideas because I am in at least 10 plus cover groups, and every time I see a cover that's like a shiny gem, it sparks an idea. And I go, Nikki, I have an idea.
No, your little sticker will be like, hey, Nikki, what do you think of this cover? And I'll be like, really? So she knows I see a picture, I'm not an idea. And that's where some of my poems came from, or pictures.
Me too, though. Hey, sometimes that's what it takes to spark your creativity. And I have seen other ways to tackle writer's block is to try participating in an activity that's not related to writing, exercise, reading a book, coloring or playing video games,
listening to new artists, even trying a different genre. Like if you're writing a short story, maybe try writing poetry or try writing a novella or writing different genres too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're known to writing like fantasy or paranormal, maybe try, doing some research and watching some mystery or thriller and try writing one of them. Because each different genre requires a different mindset, and that might help pull you out of your funk. But along those lines of trying different things, don't feel discouraged if this doesn't help pull you out of your funk. Like I said, I really hadn't been like consistently writing to that project for 2 whole months. And I don't know if it's just because like I wasn't inspired by it. I didn't know what to write. But, sometimes you just need to take a step back from writing, but still continue to try and write. I know for myself, I tried where it's like you just like vomit anything that you can in like a 5-10 minute span. And even if you're not happy with it, don't delete it, but like either come back to it or try that same exercise with a different idea.
So Lauren mentioned that either you can take a break or power through it. But there's another way you can also work on is to take a step back and meditate. Either going for a walk or listening to like music or actually meditating candles. And sometimes what helps me is just I have an idea, is either sleep on it or meditate about it and see what comes to me.
And an added bonus is after you meditate and try and brew the idea in your head, if you have an awesome writing partner like I do, you can bounce the ideas off of each other until you're satisfied. Because sometimes you do have an idea in your head, but it's just like fragmented or it's just like a character or a title, and it's like, oh, what do you think of this? Or what if I did this? Until you get something that you're happy with. Another option to consider is to look on YouTube or online for writing courses. I think the idea of like having a structured layout of what to write or what type of prompt that you're trying to follow, I think sometimes will consciously help push those little fingers to type across keys. Because it's like giving yourself homework that you feel obligated to fulfill. But yeah, definitely don't be afraid to try one or all of the tidbits we suggested. And I feel like you can try a little bit of each and intertwine them to fit your writing strengths. So thank you, Moon Wilson, for suggesting this topic for today's video. Join me on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern for writing live streams. And Tuesday, I'm joined by Nicole, the Blind Mage, and writer Sam Wicker at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, and then we alternate between channels for writing sprints and shenanigans. And also on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern is our podcast, which is called Enchanting Tales Podcast on YouTube. So again, I hope you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for future videos and live streams, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!